Yay! Happy Sunday!
Happy Sunday.
Yay!
Hi, Mike. Are those gummy bears?
Do you mean us? Flowers in the background? Oh, the intro. Oh, they look like little plasma balls. They're like little globs of plasma. Yeah, do you mean us? You mean Mom? She looks like a gummy bear. How's everybody doing? Yay! Sunday. Hey. Sunday.
Gummy bears. Well, let's see the Schumann.
I like this color pink because you can't see like all my psoriasis. There you go. I mean, you couldn't see it yesterday. I was in a tank top.
Well, the Schumann one.
Oh, don't
watch out! Eating mustard, wearing white.
I'm good with that. I'm good. Yeah, there's no hot girl summer for me. I got omitted from hot girl summer.
There's no hot
with my rare psoriasis, so hot girl summer is not an option for me. It's like, yeah, I'm like
psoriasis girl summer.
Psoriasis girl. Psoriasis lives matter.
Yeah.
PLM. I'm going to advocate for psoriasis. Take all the money and buy 4 mansions with less than 1% population of people that have psoriasis. Because I don't want to be with people that have psoriasis. It's going to be my campaign.
That's the way to do it nowadays.
Psoriasis lives matter over and out.
Yeah. Well, how was everybody's weekend so far? Itchy, scratchy summer.
That's pretty much what I'm in right now.
That's where we're at. Yesterday was a lot of energy day.
Solstice Eve today.
Solstice Eve. The Schumann finally spiked yesterday. I'd been waiting for it. I had a migraine for 2 days freaking straight. I was about to pop my brain out. You could be a new gender.
I identify as being someone with psoriasis. Mm-hmm. I identify as a mailbox all the time. So all we do is send it.
Yeah.
You got mail. Because, you just put the...
I miss AOL.
Screen names,
and, everybody used to be, waiting at their AIM chat.
For your friends to get home after you already saw them at school.
Yeah.
To talk more shit.
And you could, have your, AIM messages.
If you didn't talk enough shit at school.
Yeah.
You could talk shit on AIM.
The Schumann was solid white. Interesting. So, it's probably going to be that tomorrow. It was, quiet for a few days, and then it started spiking yesterday. I'm sure everybody felt it. It was just it was a fine day. It wasn't. What happened yesterday? I don't even remember, actually.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I really don't know. I really haven't checked any news or anything today.
I haven't seen much in the news. But there's been a few good articles. Hey, Jen. By the way, don't forget, bring your pyramid to stream tomorrow.
Yay.
We're going to have an Activate the Grid live stream. Brand new love puppy arrived at the gate yesterday. Oh, we love puppies.
Yay.
Puppies. Let's see. There was an interesting channeling from Mike Quincy. And he used to have really spot on channelings, and he kind of fell off for a while. But I'll read his channeling. It was from 2 days ago. And he said, times are approaching when there will be no hiding places for those who have committed criminal acts against the people. There are, of course, genuine and honest people amongst you, but sometimes they are overwhelmed by the actions of those who only serve self. It will all change, and it has to if society is to be seen openly working for the betterment of all people. Sadly, the Dark Ones have had the power to move into positions of authority from where they further their own agenda. Many promises are made but thrust aside to allow abuse of their power, and these actions are often carried out openly, but in future they will be closely monitored and action taken to prevent these reoccurrences. The time is approaching when the people will have to rise up and demand an end to poverty. There are more than ample funds in the world to allow for such changes, and it is just a matter of having a fairer system of distribution. This would be without claiming the funds stolen by the Dark Ones to pay for their projects, such as space flights. You really are the Cinderella of the world, but your day will come, perhaps much quicker than you might imagine. It always seems the Dark Ones can get away with whatever they wish, but be assured their power is very limited. Nothing can be revealed in advance or broadcasted about the tasks ahead, as secrecy is the best way to shield them. But you may be assured that when successful, they will be made known to the public. The more progress that you make, the quicker you will establish yourself with the higher vibrations and become free of the attention of the Dark Ones. There will come a point where they can no longer keep pace with you. Even now, you can safely avoid negative issues or actions by keeping inside your own aura. No one can interfere with you because you are all well protected. The earth erupts to the raucous sounds that are emitted, often in the name of music. Yet, when it is serene and gentle in a classical way, it actually has a very healing quality. As you will learn through your experiences of sound, it can actually harm or heal your body, and the choice is yours. Mozart, for example, was overshadowed when composing, and his music has a quality that can be very healing. Sound has played various types of roles, including helping with mental afflictions. The vibrations can pass into your body and put any imbalances that may exist. Think upon the way that soothing music can help equally when it is used to put you into a peaceful state. It is very much the same where color is concerned, and there is certainly more awareness of its healing qualities. But it all comes down to vibration, and most of you have almost certainly experienced feelings about the colors that you wear. The subject of color is certainly not new to many, but it has been used to good effect in many places. In the near future, the whole subject of vibrations will become common knowledge and will be used for the benefit of humanity. Forget for a moment all of your troubles and turn to music that can help you in many ways. You could certainly say it has been used for a long time to evoke feelings of joy, and it will continue to do so. You can also understand music used for special occasions, and it is apparent that you have understood the various qualities, even if not exactly the nature of what has taken place. You are now in the new age when all of these secrets will be understood and revealed, and you will see how much it will change and lift you and widen your understandings. This message comes from my higher self, blah, blah, blah. So the interesting part, I mean, he talked about color and sound, which I felt were interesting. And, you know, it's something that Mom had spoken about. I mean, we never really went deep onto colors besides the chakra colors and honoring the chakra colors. And that was really mostly so that everyone could start to get into matching the vibration of the day, and also just as a unity thing. Because if everyone's on the same page, you know, that, okay, today is crown chakra day, today is white day. What does that mean for the collective? Well, it means that the crown chakras are going to be overactive today. It means that sometimes Sundays can be great. They can be super serene and peaceful. You can be in meditation. You can do automatic writing. You can really get a lot of downloads and guidance through. And it also means if you're in the lower, that because the crown chakras of the collective will be overactive, you can get into the mind space. You can easily pick up a lot of thoughts from the collective. The Sunday scaries was definitely probably part of that, is that on Sundays, everyone would start to have anxiety about Monday, about going back to work. All the things that they have to do the next day, or all the things they have to do that week. They don't want to go back to work. They've got to get the kids back to school. They've got to do this. They've got to do that. So Monday became this like very dreaded day. And then Sundays, by like midday, you could always feel the energy shift, that everyone would almost start to get depressed. because it was Sunday and and Monday was the new week. So you can see all the ways in which they've kind of manipulated the energy. But if everybody was on the same page and more in unity, then those energies would be used for their highest. So that's kind of why the colors are important, and also different colors evoke different things. The body relates to different colors differently. That's why people who study like, whatever it's called, feng shui, will tell you that like certain colors in certain rooms aren't always the best, because it'll align with a certain chakra, and it may not be the highest to have that color present in a certain room because it's not a match to what the room is being used for, things like that. And sound healing therapy, we've been talking about singing bowls, or whatever they're called singing bowls, for a while, and like what that would do. I know Gab had wanted to start experimenting with singing bowls with the plasma and things like that. So it's definitely part of like the 5D healing and those things coming out, because I feel a lot of people know these things, but they don't take them seriously. Like they think it's just like, oh, sound healing. And it's like, no, actually, sound is one of the biggest things that can disrupt the body. That's why people back in the day were like, so I know I did it for a while, like the changing your hertz on your like music and stuff like that. But then mom was like, it doesn't matter. Once you're in a certain frequency, the energy of those lower like sounds don't even really affect you anymore. It's all about your own frequency, but it is just the point that most people don't even realize how like the sounds around them, what they're listening to, and that's why Wi-Fi and things like that do affect unconscious people, because they're just not aware. So it allows like the vibration of their body to become misaligned. I had Sunday scaries when I was a middle school teacher.
I got pinged to watch this video, so I'm going to share it. A couple people that were posted yesterday. It's Robin Williams' acceptance speech.
Oh, he watched that yesterday.
And I want to watch it, and I'm going to play it for everyone. Hopefully, you probably hear it if I'm by my microphone, I'm assuming. So, unless I hold it up, but I guess I can go to the screen. Here I go. En route with my microphone. You can watch this together, fam. If you haven't seen it. I don't know why. It's getting pinged.
Robin, come and get it. Thank you. My English is not so good. I thank the Hollywood Foreign Press. Grazie, gracias, danke, merci, spasibo, sheshe, arigato gozaimasu. Thank you, Hollywood Foreign Press. Thank you for this with the little nipply thing on the top. This is a wonderful award. And quick, Janet Jackson.
Oh my God.
I have to thank the Hollywood Foreign Press because, number one, you've been so nice over the years. 27 years ago, you gave me an award for Mark. It was Best Newcomer. Thank you. And 2 years later, you gave the same award to Pia Zadora. Thank you. That was very humbling. Thank you. You're quite amazing that way. I didn't know what the foreign press was. I always thought foreign press was a wrestling move. And then I went to my first Hollywood Foreign Press. They had it. It was a press conference. And I said, who are the people at the buffet? I said, those are the Hollywood Foreign Press. What a lovely Danish, Robbie. Try the Danish. So nice, the Danish is good for me. At that time, a long time ago, they all had day jobs. I guess things have changed. You would go to a restaurant going, hi, table for two, maybe later. But it's always nice to go there. They take pictures with it. And I had the magazine upside down. I'm very sorry to the Chinese people. I'm very sorry. I'd like to thank also the Hollywood Foreign Press for, number one, having an open bar. This makes this evening go kind of well, especially the year that Gerard Depardieu had a couple of bottles of wine and went, I want to give Jeffrey Katzenberg a big wet kiss. I hope that happens someday. I also want to thank you for having Prince, William Shatner, Puff Daddy, and Mick Jagger on the same stage. That is the sign of the apocalypse. Thank you. Thank you.
Prince in the back. You see him, he's like...
That is the end of the world as we know it. I also want to thank the Hollywood Foreign Press for acknowledging comedy. Jim, you know this. We are normally they look at comedians as like very special people. Thank you very much. And you allow us to be in the room with the adults. You nominate us. You even have a category for us: comedy and dancing. There's a lot of dancers who could have been up here tonight, but they didn't make it. I also want to thank the Hollywood Foreign Press for the lovely Star Trek the musical set.
He's so funny.
But you do acknowledge comedy, which is a wonderful thing over the years, and that's been a glorious, glorious thing. And comedy is very hard. Comedy is about women with wonderful hands. A governor in California who talks like this. Man who said, "Welcome to California." A true American. Now we know. So we're brought here tonight on this to thank them because of. I also every time I would go to the Hollywood Foreign Press, they would say, Robbie, and if I knew the movie wasn't very good, there was always this one wonderful woman named Dora who would go, "How are the kids?" So Dora, I brought my kids tonight. They're here tonight. I want to introduce Cody, the ninja poet. Cody. Zelda, photographer, actress, big fan of Hello Kitty. Zachary, the linguist. That's very good. He's going to open up a syntax repair shop. Thank you. And I also want to share this award with a very special woman, a Lifetime Achievement Award. With Marsha, I'd like to give you the Croix du Coeur for living with a comedian. It's an interesting job, isn't it? We're a tad moody, isn't that right, Sybil? Yeah! We're a little rough, but thank you for offering me a shelter in the midst of Schadenfreude. Thank you. Wonderful thing. I also want to thank another amazing woman, Rebecca Jane Irwin Spencer, who is my assistant, who has a quick way of really leveling me. When I get too infused with myself going, I'm a star, she'll go, "Hey, Mork guy." Quick, puts it right down there. "Oh, did you have to walk to the private plane? Life's a bitch. Come on, let's go." So, Rebecca Jane, I also want to thank, Freud once said, if it's not one thing, it's your mother. I thank you, Mom. Thank you for getting me hooked in this profession, and you got me started. I also want to thank my Hebrew crew, my Meshuggah and Meshbuka. You know what I'm talking about. I'm sending out my representatives, Malibu represent. I'm sending a big hey out to David Steinberg, Larry Bresner, Buddy Moore, if he's awake, Jack Rollins, the most ethical man in show business, and I just want to thank also a very, very special person tonight. I dedicate this award to a memory of a friend of mine, Chris Reeve. I miss you.
Madeline from far west Utah.
Christopher Reeves. He must have probably just passed at that time, maybe.
Christopher Reeves is back in the.
We're all reunited.
A-team, so.
Did you see the funniest thing was when he talked about Prince, and Prince was like behind some people, and he was like just no smiles. Like Prince was just done with life towards the end. If you couldn't tell, like
I think he was ready.
He was just like in the back. There's two people laughing, and then there's Prince in the back like this. I've never seen such a sassy man like Prince. I didn't even know Prince that well, like, and I see like pictures and videos of him, like this man's a sassafras. Like he's just like he's just the man. Christopher Reeve's part made me cry. Yeah, I mean they were reunited, obviously in the etheric, and I can imagine that a lot of people were excited when Robin came back to them, and the part about mom where he didn't even realize, he's talking about his earth mom, obviously she's obviously passed, and he was talking about his mom, his earth mom, but the gestures he made, he didn't know at the time who he was really talking to and who his real mama was. So it was beautiful, and hopefully everyone got some laughs. He's funny. You don't appreciate someone till they're not here anymore. So I feel like a lot of people took Robin's gifts took advantage of Robin's gifts, like took advantage of thinking that people are going to be around forever. And that's what it was the same thing. I feel like that was the worst thing we could have done as a society, is what we did to Michael Jackson. And I feel like that was just a part of what we really saw, is that we, as a, society, ousted Michael Jackson without caring to know the whole truth, without going back and listening to his interviews where he was warning people about the media far before he went through his skin issues and before he got caught in all of these child pedophilia things that were not true at all. And I feel like the day that Michael Jackson left the planet, we realized as a group that we took advantage of people like that we thought that they would be around till old age, and little did we know the cabal would kill them off, which is good because it all worked in Mom's favor. But I feel like it's just a big example for everybody to see, like, that we've taken advantage and we just assume that these people are going to be around forever. And the greatest people that have walked this planet, and especially our generation, are no longer here. They're with Mom. And I feel like, especially with Michael Jackson, I never forget the day he died. And I didn't know him in this lifetime. Ironically enough, I did know him in other lifetimes. And my last one. And it was, for some reason I could feel like, what the fuck is going on? Like, why am I so upset? I didn't even listen to Michael Jackson. But then when you realize, that we're all connected and we all know each other, especially everyone that knows Mom and knows the Galactic A-Team. We've had many lives all together. And, I feel like in those moments I felt like I felt sadness, but especially for him, because he had to leave with such like a stigma and a judgment to his name, and he was just trying to help people get out of what he was being accused of doing. Little did we know he had been going through that his entire life since he was famous. And we just let somebody as a society suffer in silence. Like, we've let all these victims suffer in silence, victim survivors of the cabal and what they've done. And we've just, shut them down and just ousted them without knowing the whole truth. And that's where I feel like that's what Mom had to go through. And it's a repeating cycle where people assume things and they know nothing about you. And lots of robins playing in the yard this morning. He's around. I saw that, and I know it was Christina who posted it. I was like, I just gotta play this. I don't know what everyone's talking about, but everyone kept posting it.
Yesterday. It was so good. And
he's such a noodle.
Yeah. He just had a way, certain people just have a way that they can literally penetrate people's energy fields and give them something that not everybody can give. You know what I mean? Like, there's great actors, there's great actresses, there's funny people, but Robin was always, you could tell he was in the heart. He had a way of penetrating people and actually getting them to feel something, which is a challenging thing to do, because you watch movies and you watch shows and people are great actors or actresses, but not all the time are they going to make you feel something. And that was just Robin's, ultimate gift that nobody else could recreate. And that's in that way.
Yeah, and Divine Comedy is that, who did he make fun of the most? Himself. Who does he shit on the most? Himself. His flaws. That's the true gift of Divine Comedy, is that you can make fun of yourself in the way that you're not laughing at anybody or anything. And, all making all those jokes, about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold could have taken it personally and stood up and terminated Robin. But he knows and he can feel that Robin's just playing around. You can feel Robin. There's nothing ill intended with what Robin was doing. He makes fun of himself and makes fun of his successes and failures. Like he was saying, when he has a bad movie, someone comes in and asks him how the kids are. He's making fun of himself. He knows he's not perfect. He knows that he's gone through the trials and tribulation of life, and that he can laugh at them and make fun of himself. And that's what he made everybody do, is laugh at the things that we hate about ourselves because they're actually the biggest things that make us unique.
Yeah.
So, and I feel like that's what everyone felt with Robin. There was never any like energy thrown. It was just that he was trying to make everybody laugh through whatever he was saying and talking about. And that's the power of divine comedy. And that's what Mom taught us, and what she gave to Robin to actually embody down here is that comedy where you can laugh with people, you can poke at them, and they can still realize like it's a joke, it's not personal. And I feel like he really opened us up to that. And nowadays Robin would have been hella fucking canceled, and that man's knows it. He knew cancel culture was coming, and he was like, Mother God, I am exiting this planet, over and out. Because he was like, I'm fucking good with like living down here in this dysfunction. So
he would have served really no purpose down here.
Not anymore.
To stay in the physical, everything was about to hit a shit show, and what would have been the point? He would have made movies,
Yeah. George said, I used to be so pissed when I grew up loving him, and I fed into the lies for a moment and turned on him. Then he died. I found out the truth after. I had to forgive a lot in myself. Michael Jackson is such a beautiful inspiration for children.
I remember like that. I never felt any sort of way about it. I just thought the whole thing was odd.
I got really fucking sad when he died, and I was like 12.
I was like, I don't know. That's just weird. Like, I don't know. And nothing really ever felt like it was whole truth to me anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was just, I was always a very, I don't know what the word is, but I was always someone who like didn't take anything at face value. Like you would be hard pressed to convince me of anything. Like you could convince, and then there was the flip. Like you could convince me to like, go get a stupid tattoo. Sure. Why not? But like you weren't gonna people were always trying to like convince me the way like certain things were, and I just always had this like very deep questioning of things, which would just annoy most people.
Mm-hmm.
Of just I wanted to question everything. Mm-hmm. And to the end, like I wanted to go all the way with it. Of like, well, my whole like brain activity was like, was basically I would just run through scenarios in my brain all the time of like, well, what if this is true? What would that mean? And what if this isn't true? What would that mean? And then, of course you get into like the mind with it, and you just get into this ultimate cycle where you're just trying to figure everything out. And that's why I could never have sustained like that, because I was just going to run myself into a black hole of trying to figure it all out. But that's why with Mom, it was such a strange thing, because there was never any need to like convince me. It was the first time in my life that I didn't have to run through a million scenarios in my brain. That makes sense. Of like, well, what if she's not God? Well, what if she is? Well, trying to figure it out. It was like the first time that something was just like, yes, that's the truth. Anything else that goes on ultimately doesn't matter. But when you have like the one solid truth that you just know that is true and can never be changed, Mom is source. Okay, that's it. That's all you need to know. Mm-hmm. Everything else from there, it can make sense or it cannot. But that one solid truth, just it changes your whole perspective. It changes your whole life, and then it stops mattering. Figuring out everything else. But if you don't have one foundational truth, that's why humanity is so fucked. Mm-hmm. Because they have no one foundational truth.
Yeah. And I feel like it's interesting too. I've been like, as everyone can see, I've been making memes of like, not memes, but I guess, yeah, like pictures on Facebook of obviously Mom's past lives and things that she said. And you realize like everything has come full circle. If you look up any of Mom's lives, of course people talk about God, but the way that Mom portrayed things, You can look up Joan of Arc quotes where she's talking about talking to the angels and that God is her, the way that is her, what she was surrendering to. Talking about, Joan of Arc was talking about back then that she was surrendering to God. Oh, who the fuck was doing that? Marilyn Monroe, like, despite all odds, we're gonna make it. Who are you? What was Marilyn talking about?
Right.
Who was making what? And so, like, Mom put these quotes out. The most interesting life is the one that I posted yesterday, is obviously Madame Blavatsky. Most people, that one gets swept under the rug because that is actually the most profound life, where Mom brought in a lot of the truth about the ego and Lucifer. So one of the most infamous quotes from Blavatsky is that Lucifer is in all of us. It's the mind. Mom was brilliant in that lifetime. She shared with us. I didn't understand what she meant when she said she had to be ugly in that lifetime, because she didn't want the attention. She couldn't do what she was supposed to do and get attention from men. Right. And so, not back then.
No ways.
And, you know, they've tried to oust Blavatsky as, you know, being an occultist, and that she faked some of her magic tricks. She was ousted by her team. Sounds like this mission in a lot of ways, you know, like just different portrayals. Who knows what's the truth anymore? We don't. But like I said, the footprints that Mom laid on this earth through these lifetimes, you can feel Mom through everything. I mean, look at the eyes that Madame Blavatsky had. They're Mom's. They're these deep blue eyes that Mom had. And same with, if you look up Queen Elizabeth I, it's all about how they wanted her to marry and have a man. And she was like, I'm not going to have a man. She's standing up to everybody, and she was like, there's one quote, and she was like, there may be kings out there, but there is nobody that is going to love the English people more than I do. Like, all these things. She's like, I'm just not going to surrender to a king. I don't need a man. Like, she was standing up because they wanted her to marry. And she was like, no, I'd rather do a lot of things, but I'm not giving my power over to a man. I'm like, oh, who the fuck is that? It's Mom. Like, it's crazy. And, you know, you can go into the Jesus lifetime. There's so many things that they say Jesus said. We don't know the truth about that. It's been too skewed to really know what Jesus did and did not say. Cleopatra, not too many quotes, but there's some great ones where it's like, I will not fall. Like, I was like, okay. Like, it's very interesting. I mean, she had some pretty, I think I have some of the ones pulled up. Like, it's very interesting about Joan of Arc. One life is all we have, and we live it as we believe in living it. But to sacrifice what you are and live without belief, that is a fate more terrible than dying. If I am not, may God put me there, and if I am, may God so keep me. Children say that people are hung sometimes for speaking the truth. If I am not, may God place me there. If I am, may God keep me. If I should be the saddest in all the world, if I knew that I were not in the grace of God. But if I were in a state of sin, do you think that the voice would come to me? I would that everyone could hear the voice as I hear it. I think I was 13 when it came to me for the first time. I am not afraid. I was born to do this. Go forward bravely. Fear nothing. Trust in God. All will be well. And then they said, I guess when she was being hung on the cross before they burned her, they asked if she wanted to say anything, and she had them hold up a cross so that she could see it before they burned her alive, because she was so into Christianity. That is a big reason why they killed Joan of Arc. And so it's just very interesting. How else would God speak to me if not through my imagination? And it is better to be alone with God. His friendship, her friendship, will never fail me, nor his counsel, nor his love. In his strength, I will dare and dare until I dare again. She's just talking about herself. I place my trust in God, my creator in all things. I love her with all my heart. Yeah, it's so crazy. Like, the things that, again, Mom put out there is just like everything comes full circle, you know, of just like everything Mom's done and what she's accomplished. Mom struck a good chord and everyone connected. We're so passionate. I didn't really question it. I questioned the Trump piece, but I came around, LOL. I was like, I don't think I ever doubted the Trump piece, but then I realized towards the end, before the whole presidency switch, I kept hearing his family. They were just like, we love you guys. We love you, his kids. his wife, Trump, were always just saying, I love you guys, like over and over. It's like, no president said that. Like Barack Obama, that man's never said he loved us. Anyone remember? If anyone's got something from Barack Obama saying he loved us, I really can't remember. But Trump, it was like, I love you all. I love you. Like, it was just, you could feel the love from Trump. And like I said, Mom has put out so many nuggets, and she's walked so many lives, and she's created this path for everybody. So just very interesting to see it now, you know, what Mom has left for us to do, you know, to pick up the pieces and to see like what she's left us lifetime after lifetime. And every single lifetime she sacrificed herself. So for the greater good. Obama is gross. Yes, he is. Mm-hmm. I was getting pinged after, you know, just getting pinged on some addressings. I wanted to start a new segment called Fuck You Today. And it's not supposed to be like serious. We're going to like, you know, don't take it personally. But I, you know, like the whole Nestle thing really struck a chord. So I felt into yesterday who I would like to say fuck you to today. I don't know if you want to feel into yours, if you got one right off the bat. I have mine. It can be a person, place, thing, corporation. I know who I'm going to say fuck you to today. So I don't know if you're ready or if you want me to go first.
No, you go first.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm waiting to see where this is going before I jump in.
Yeah, so my biggest fuck you today is to the diamond company named Jared. I don't know why, but I fucking hate you guys. Fuck you, Jared. I mean, first of all, Jared, you guys are a bunch of dicks. Just gonna put it out there. Whoever owns Jared, you're getting some karma. I don't know why. I asked yesterday, I said, Angels, who do you want me to call out? And they said, Jared, the diamond company. Sure. Fuck you, Jared.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Where is it going? I don't know. I mean, where do they get the diamonds? Obviously, there's some, you know, sus shit in Africa going down. Fuck you, Jared. And also, the programming with the Jared name. Jareds can often be very big douchebags.
It's a J name. It's a J name. To that.
I'm done with Jared. Cancel Jared Diamond. Jared Diamonds, disgusting. Agreed.
I will attest. The name Jared
doesn't make me want to buy your shit. If it's coming from somebody with a J name. So you might want to change your name.
They have a soft spot, but they're assholes.
No, those commercials, I don't buy it. He went to Jared.
No.
Who the fuck is Jared? And why's he got all the fucking diamonds?
It's a good question. What's wrong with J's? Don't take it personal, Joe. It's just a thing. It's just a thing with J names. Okay?
Everyone's got an X with a J name, and they're just a little bit crazy.
Yes. Also D's. Anyone with a D name.
My brother's name is Derek.
Yeah, I've got one. Actually, I was just reading this article, and so that pinged me on it. Fuck you, Bitcoin.
Yeah, fuck Bitcoin.
Fuck Bitcoin.
Yeah, fuck Bitcoin.
Blockchain makes no sense. It's not a thing. I guarantee you someone made up the definition of blockchain and everyone's like, oh, blockchain. You don't even know what the fuck it is. Okay? Blockchain's not real. Bitcoin, fuck you. Bitcoin is just another cabal created bullshit to suck everyone in, to fast cash quick. They don't know what the fuck it is. And it's giving everybody this inflated sense of self-purpose. All these like rich people off Bitcoin, those are the ones who are like the worst people on earth. Prove me wrong. They are the worst people on earth. They're like, oh, I'm rich in cryptocurrency and like I'm rich in Bitcoin. Like, shut up. Shut up. It's like losers in their basement and they got big off Bitcoin. And wasn't Bitcoin started by Epstein? I feel so, like Faith said, baby trafficking currency. I don't know who exactly invented Bitcoin first. I'm sure they had a part in it. It was originally used on the dark web in order to, yes, traffic children, buy drugs, etc. If anybody's ever seen the documentary Silk Road, it documents the very first original drug trafficking site called Silk Road that was on the dark web. And it was the idea that if they could decriminalize buying drugs through the dark web, that there would be less, like violence in on the streets and in person and all these things. But ultimately, and the being who created Silk Road created it for that purpose, and they had to use cryptocurrency. So Bitcoin was created for that purpose because you couldn't send money it was trackable. And the whole point about the dark web was so that it wasn't trackable. Ultimately, Silk Road was shut down because it inevitably led to other things being sold on the dark web, such as children. So fuck you, Bitcoin. And I was just reading this interesting article.
Was it about Jared?
It wasn't, but I'm sure something about Jared will come about.
Jared's screwed, I'm telling you. The angels were like...
This was an article about Burry Warnes, who he was involved, if you saw the movie Big Short, where there was analysts who actually knew that the Big Short was coming with the housing market, and they bet against the housing market, and ultimately they did profit from it because they could see from a mile away that this bubble was about to burst. So this guy basically is warning. He warns of losses the size of countries. He warns of the mother of all crashes of crypto. And this was posted 2 days ago. Michael Burry, made famous through the depiction by Christian Bale in the film The Big Short, reportedly tweeted a series of warnings about losses the size of countries in the event of cryptocurrency or meme stock declines. We just found out yesterday that people are selling memes. Retarded. I'll move on. All hype speculation is doing is drawing in retail before the mother of all crashes. I like how he used that term. He wrote on Twitter before the posts were deleted by Twitter. When crypto falls from trillions or meme stocks falls from billions, Main Street losses will approach the size of countries. History will not change. In 2019, Burry, who was the head of Scion Asset Management, said he was a longtime video game retailer at GameStop, which became famous recently. He changed his opinion this year, tweeting in January, "What is going on now? There should be legal and regulatory repercussions. This is unnatural, insane, and dangerous." Earlier this month, GameStop posted a narrower than expected first quarter loss. That's what happened with the GameStop and all of that stuff that went on, where a bunch of idiots basically shorted everything, and Wall Street lost millions. Last month, this guy unveiled another significant bet against Tesla. Burry, who made billions betting against the U.S. housing market in the mid-2000s, has expressed concerns about the fact that Tesla generates a large portion of its profits from the sale of regulatory credits, as opposed to the production of the actual cars. And as you can tell, Elon Musk has been involved in a lot of this crypto stuff. He pushed Dogecoin, which he even said Dogecoin was created as a joke. It was created as a joke to mock Bitcoin. And now people are, putting out fucking tons of money into a fake crypto. It's insane. So he said Burry, who was a doctor, which I didn't know, he gained his MD at Vanderbilt University, was an early adopter of discussing stock trades on online messaging boards. He then switched over to professional investing. The Big Short was based on the book in 2016, was, nominated, blah, blah, blah. So basically this guy is one of the guys who he saw the short coming. He saw the bubble bursting. He bet against the housing market and ultimately made billions of dollars. And he's basically putting out warnings that is exactly what's going to happen now, that it has become absolutely insane and what he called unnatural and insane. So fuck you, Bitcoin. And I hope the bubble bursts quick.
Yeah, fuck NFTs. So dumb. Okay, who the fuck told you can sell a meme? And it's fine if you want to sell memes, but I draw the line when the family that made the Charlie Bit My Finger video sold that video and now it's off YouTube. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's
a
so
classic.
Rude.
That's a cult classic right there.
Yep.
And y'all want to take down Charlie Bit My Finger and sell it for money? I'm good. Now we can't watch it anymore. That is a great piece of history of our country, of this planet, because it's not the country because they're English. So I guess it's not the United States, but maybe we made it blow up because like we glorify English people. Like half of our actors and actresses suddenly are British. Like half the time in interviews, I'm like, oh yeah, this guy that played an American man now has like a British accent. Like most actors and actresses have British accents. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Anyways, I want the Charlie Bit My Finger video back. It's not going to happen. It's an NFT now. We'll put it to rest. But, to take the joy away from people to sell it.
Now we have to monetize memes.
Yeah, like it's not necessary.
Why? Memes are just funny. It's the same thing with people who copyright images that are on Google. Dumb. It's dumb. It's the same thing of light workers copywriting their articles. It's fucking dumb. So,
Jared, I'm watching you. Diamond Galleria of Jewelry. Your days are fucking numbered, bro. It's almost done. I'm going to read George's call out to some people. So yesterday, no one knew. I mean, you probably know because all of your white friends were probably posting about Juneteenth yesterday, which is a actual holiday, and it became a federal holiday, I feel, within the last year for the independence of the slaves. It's the day that they got notified that they were free at some, down in like Texas or something. I didn't know it was a real holiday. George didn't know it was a real holiday, and he's black. Buddha didn't really understand, so nobody really knows what's going on. So here comes George. He's going to call out Juneteenth. So this is what he said. I'm calling out whoever made this stupid Juneteenth holiday. Who gives a fuck? As if we need more excuses and reasons to be separate. Fuck Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Christmas, Easter, all of it. Dumb. Agreed, George. All of it. Needing a holiday to stake a claim on something or to be a certain way. Fuck you, your robotic holiday engineering humanity to move on to a puppet string. Wake up. Be love and kind every day. Give every day. Share every day. Be conscious of others every day. You don't need a stupid holiday to justify you doing it or give you a stage so others can recognize you for something you only experience by choice. Stop enabling. Stop supporting outdated ideas. Move on, humanity. Okay, I'm done.
There we go.
Get him, George.
There we go.
Get him.
Well, that's our fuck yous for today.
There you go.
This is fun.
Yep.
I'll feel into mine tomorrow. And we'll just keep doing that, I guess, until we just call them all out and put it out there and until they all fall down, I guess.
Jared from Subway is a pedophile. Yeah, it's the J name.
That's true.
Just, just stacking on the J name. Jared from fucking Subway. Fuck you, bro. Fuck Subway altogether. Your quality of sandwiches could be way better than it is. I'm tired of the GMO bread. Tired of the GMO whatevers that you got hanging out.
We're tired of you putting rubber in the bread.
I'm good.
We're good.
So, Jared's better look out because they're going to be getting hit with something on the Solstice. Galleria of Jewelry, done.
Keep going. This is fun. We got to save some, Nancy. If we go on one day, we got to pick and choose.
We got to pick our battles. We got to get the collective to settle down. Well, let it simmer in.
We will add one for today, and we had been feeling into whether we were going to do it or not. But as a generalized fuck you to anyone and everyone who is attempting to clout chase mom. You cannot clout chase God. I'm sorry. It doesn't work that way. You cannot ride the coattails of God. So because there's a lot that's been like going on behind the scenes. We won't speak about it on here for one reason and one reason only, is that I refuse to give any more clout to anyone using mom's name to gain for themselves in any way. And to be clear, we're not talking about anyone from the team. We're not talking about Jason. We're not talking about anybody from the team. But so before you run with that, not speaking about any of them. Speaking about anybody who has attacked mom, mocked her, turned against her, fucked her over, stolen from her, in any way, shape, or form denounced her as God and now wants to clout chase her, wants to profit in some way, get your own recognition, get your own something off of mom's journey, life, work, name. Fuck you. And there's a lot going on with, that mom always said the truth will come out no matter what. The truth will come out. That's why she never cared. Say what you want about me. Yes, Dr. Phil. Yes, but whatever. Who cares? Vice. Bleh. The truth will always come out at the end of the day. That's why they cannot figure out why. That's why it frustrates them so much. They can't figure out why this movement is what is the only way that I can accurately, I feel, describe what we do. Is it's not a religion, it's not a worshiping center. This isn't a place to just like worship mom. It's a movement to understanding truth, getting whole truth, awakening yourself, healing yourself. It's the whole enchilada. It's just a movement. And that's why they can't figure out why this movement won't die. They can't figure it out. Because it's truth. That's why. You cannot cancel the truth. You can't silence it. You can't kill it. You can't bypass it, and you can't ignore it. That's why the movement will only increase, even though mom is not here physically anymore. It will only get bigger and it will only increase. And you cannot take it down in any way because it's truth. That's it. And the rest of what has been going on in terms of everything that has been said or put out against mom is not truth. It's illusionary. It's an illusionary narrative. It's illusionary facts. It's all bullshit. And it is imploding from the inside out. And we will happily watch it implode from the inside out. But I know Hope will have something to say, but what I have to say is that anyone and anybody and everybody who has ever mocked mom, went against her, even if you completely trolled the fuck out of her, we forgive you, have no issues with you. If you realize that it wasn't correct, if you realize that that it actually didn't resonate with you, there's many people who have contacted us who now realize that it actually wasn't what they thought it was. Mom wasn't who they thought she was. We aren't who they thought we were. And they support us in some way. Wonderful. We want to support. But you all now also have a responsibility and a contract to speak out that truth. You don't go against God and then, of course, mom forgives you, and that's between you and her. We forgive you because who are we to say anything or judge your journey? But that doesn't mean it ends there. It means that you now have the responsibility to speak out truth because you took on that contract to go against God.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, how I feel about it is everything is going to come full circle. But I can't imagine living a life where I have to use somebody's name who I don't know, and I have built lies upon lies and tried to wipe her name through the mud over money and fame, which is, like Mike Adams said, to the egos, that is their God. Fame, money, vaccines. It's an ego's wet dream. That's what it lives for. It's what it wakes up for every day. Money, fame, taking energy from other people. And how I feel about it is that you have to be pretty unstable and pretty, borderline soulless at this point to think that you're in integrity by taking mom's name, Amy Carlson, Mother God, and trying to use it for personal gain when you don't know her. It's not going to work, and it's not working. And I give a lot of credit to those that have spoken up with the truth, Taylor being one of them. It's not easy when you're being threatened day in and day out, and these people you're scare tactics. And what I know mom would never stand for is fear being instilled into others for speaking the truth, because you know you're wrong. You know you're wrong. You've been wrong. You've lied since the beginning. And it's all coming full circle. If you're a bad person, the truth will come out. Yeah. And to threaten people's lives, threaten their families, threaten their children because you want more money, it's not going to work anymore. It's not happening. And I give the people that have stood up a lot of strength, and I give them a lot of props, because it takes a lot to say fuck you to the people that are trying to ruin your life with fear. It's not how we exist on this planet. It's not how we function. It's not through hatred. It's through love. And if you try to silence somebody and stop them from speaking out against their feelings, their experiences, because you are scared, because you have been out of right action, fuck you. Because that is coming. I know mom has had to be silenced the last year and a half, because of the living hell that she had been put through every day, not being able to go back to her home because the cops would be called every fucking day. Mom's end of mission and the end of, little did we know, her actual time in life on this planet was destroyed by people for selfish reasons. And I will not be quiet about that. I will not be quiet when mom had to be in pain and suffering in her last moments and not have a family and her friends and everybody there to support her, because she had to keep running from people that hated her for no reason and never even met her, and continue to spread lies about her. You don't get away with that. Mom will take care of that, but everybody needs to know how wrong it is and how mom had to shut the fuck up and just take it every single day. Every day she took it. Every day she couldn't speak out because no one was going to listen anyways. Mm-hmm. And I will not allow anybody, myself, Aurora, any of the team, anybody that is speaking out this truth, to be silenced anymore. It's unacceptable. Lives have been ruined, including moms. Yep. Our families have been dragged in when they want nothing to do with this and they just want to be left alone and live their lives. Stop it. You're ruining people's lives. People hitting up team members' families. What are you doing? You don't know us. You've never taken the time to get to know us, so stop lying and pretending you are. Stop pretending to be people on accounts and making us turn against our family because you want to use a fake name, because you want information in this group. It's not happening anymore. You're caught, you're busted, and it's over. Because people are not afraid to stand up for the truth. And like I said, I give a lot of props and respect for the ones that have owned their mistakes with us and are willing to help move this forward, because it's their time to speak out. It's not our role. We've done everything to stand up against the trolls. We've done everything to stand up against those that wouldn't listen. Well, now you're not going to have a choice but to listen, because everything that has been said about us has been incorrect and has been slander and disrespect to 15 years. 15 years. So I want to ask the people, what the fuck have you done in the last 15 years to serve humanity? Because God was walking in motherfucking high heels in Crestone, Colorado for the balanced harmonics on this planet. Yep. God was posting every day. She was walking 4 miles from camp in the middle of winter to post messages that the Ascension was here. What have you done in 15 years? Because I wasn't doing it. She wasn't doing it. None of you were doing it. So who are you to try to tarnish her name? And those people that act like they know Mom or Amy, I have a question for you. From 2018 to 2021, take it away. What did Amy do from 2007 up until 2016 to 17? You don't know. And you don't care to know because you don't give a fuck about her. Yep. And I'm tired of it. It is exhausting. And it is embarrassing. It is embarrassing for people to try to think they know God when you don't. You don't know her experience. You don't know her life. You don't know the fucking hell that she had to go through every fucking day. Every day on this planet. And no respect for what she's done. You just want quick money. Guess what? It's not about money. It's about truth. It's about integrity. It's about being real. And if you can't see that, you're fucking fake. And you are. And your time has come.
Yeah. And the only thing I can say to anybody who has the fear of speaking out or saying anything, because I get it. When you have fear staring at you in the face, it's a lot. But if you guys knew the amount of fear we had to face on this mission, and every single time, Mom's answer was, you do not back down. Period. You do not back down. We have had people threaten us daily. We have had people threaten Mom daily. I've had people call my phone screaming like a psycho that they're going to rape me and cut my head off. And you still continue on. We've had the cops show up at our house every single day. We've had the FBI show up. We've had people trying to take us down from the beginning. And Mom's answer was always that you do not back down. You do not back down to the ego. You do not acquiesce to it. And you certainly do not fucking bow down to it. So no matter how much fear that anybody tries to instill, it's not real. Fear is the illusion of power. It's what someone with zero power has to do to keep up the illusion that they are powerful. They have to instill fear in another because it's the only way for them to feel powerful and make the other person think they are powerful. Those are the weakest people in existence. If you have to instill fear into another, you are the weakest in existence. And just know that Mom has the backs of anybody speaking truth. Whether you have hurt her, whether you have stolen from her, whether you've turned against her, whatever you've done, it doesn't matter. If you choose to make it right, Mom will have your back. And there is absolutely nothing more powerful than God herself. So you have to beat the fear, and you have to know that Mom is the most powerful force being that has ever walked this planet, that has ever existed. And if you support that and you support truth, which is just love, it's all the same, then she will have your back 1000%. And for those that continue with the false narratives and the lies and continuing to dig their hole deeper, Mom may not be here, and you may not think in your mind that she is God, but I guarantee you, inside, you know damn well who she is. And even though she's not here, you can't run. There's nowhere to run. Mom's more powerful than she ever has been now. She's not restricted by a human vessel anymore. And she's coming for you. So
yeah, I feel like this the main thing, and we have our, equal different passions, and as she's big on integrity, and I'm just good on people thinking that they're afraid to speak out because it's afraid to speak your truth, to be who you are, to say what you want, when we can say whatever the fuck we want. And if someone tries to take that power away from any human on this planet, it's fucked. It's not okay. Because to try to threaten somebody from sharing their experience, to expressing themselves, to helping others because you are afraid, because your house of cards is falling, it's your fault. When everything hits the fan, and the ones that are watching know I'm talking to you, there will be one person that you have to face besides Mother God, and it's yourself. So when you have nobody around you backing up, when the money is dried up and it's all gone, and everybody around you has turned against you, because that's what you instilled into others, I hope you walk into your bathroom and that you look at yourself in the mirror and realize the only person that is responsible for the hell that you created in your life was you. Because everybody's going to turn against you. Everybody's going to oust you. They are tired. They are exhausted. They are done with being manipulated. And that will be the time when you have to look in a mirror and you have to be like, I fucking did this to myself, because there's nobody else to blame. You can't blame mom anymore. She's not here. You can't blame us. We don't know you. You can't blame the people that you tried to manipulate. You can't blame the people you bribed with money and threats. It's over. So like I said, when that happens, I hope you have a come to Jesus moment within yourself and realize you did this to yourself. You chose this path. You want the hard lessons. You got them.
Yep. And the so-called demons that you felt you were battling in the external, you felt mom was the evil you were saving everyone from, that we were the evil you were saving people from. The evil and the demons are within you.
Yep.
You are the evil and the demons you are seeking to battle. You are battling yourself. And the day that you come to realize that is the day that your entire world crumbles. And I pray that day is the day that you have a breakthrough. Because if not, you ain't going to make it. But if you do, then we welcome you back with open arms, because that's quite a contract.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you to everybody who has always supported mom. The givers on this planet who have seen who mom was, supported her, all of you who have been there through the last couple of years, or even if you're newer, it doesn't matter. The support that you've shown when nobody else showed up for God. So thank you to all of those beings, and you will be the ones who get the accolades from all of creation. And to those of you who, like she said, owned up and said, I fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You also get the accolades for an incredible amount of strength to flip it. Because you're doing it for all of humanity who is going to have to go through that guilt and shame, dissolving their pride, all of it. So everybody's contract is serving the whole. So we thank you guys.
And I just want to love you. And I just want to say thank you to Taylor.
Thank you, Taylor. We love you. We were laughing our ass off.
Yeah, she'll see it. We were, we watched Taylor's live stream. If you haven't watched it, like I said, thank you, Taylor, for being courageous, being fearless, and doing what you did for mom. Like I said, Taylor was speaking for a lot of people last night on her live, not just herself, but she was, like I said, standing up for a lot of people that are in fear of speaking out against what is being exposed and coming to light right now. So like I said, thank you, Taylor, for doing that. I know mom's proud of Taylor and what she did, and Robin, of course, and she was great. So, very amazing and very powerful. And I pray that more people contact us. Pray the feminine stand up, because it's going to be a feminine movement that started, not just bypassing the masculine, but the feminine really need to get their power back. And they need to stand up, and the masculine will follow suit and support however they can. That is their role. So thank you to everybody. Thank you to everyone that's here every day. Thank you to the teams. Thank you to Faith for everything. Thank you for any other team members that are on. We love you guys. Thank you guys for being here this morning, supporting mom, always having her back, and participating. Like I said, I know she's proud of all of us. So thank you all so much for being here this morning. Someone will be back at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, and we will be back tomorrow morning. 5, 6, 7, 8. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, 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 love has won and joy reigns. Na 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 na, joy. Na 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 na, joy reigns. Hey, 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 love has won. We love you.
Stop a message. count those blessings and book those mother-loving sessions.
Squirt.